Folks, welcome back to another video. We're looking at something non-Star Wars today and for the next video, so be aware, this isn't Star Wars. We're talking Lord of the Rings, we're going back. Just got a couple of new figures from the Lord of the Rings line by Diamond Select Toys. And first up, we're going to take a look at Boromir, played by Sean Bean. Yeah, for those that don't know, I have been collecting these as they've been trickling out over the last couple of years. You know, Lord of the Rings is a franchise I hold near and dear to my heart, second only to Star Wars. And even then, sometimes it's like pretty level pegging. So for any other Lord of the Rings fans out there that follow me for Star Wars, just know I'm with you as well. So yeah, brand new. These have just come out. I got these sent over from the US on Amazon, not yet here available in Australia. So pretty excited to get a hold of this one. So they're on the back, the two from this sort of wave, Lurtz and Boromir. Lurtz will be reviewed next. There's a couple other figures. The review for the Uruk-hai warrior, or soldier. He'll be coming up very, very soon. I do have one on the way. It's one I did pass initially. But yeah, just sort of backtracking, grabbing these ones. I decided I need to grab a couple of that one too. So I'll endeavour to leave a link to my playlist for the rest of the reviews of all the other figures in the description. So I'll do that with both videos. But let's bust open Boromir and take a look at the figure. Alright folks, here is Boromir out of the packaging. He's looking pretty good as I just bump my light thing here. We'll go through the accessories quickly. We'll have a good look at them, but we'll start off with the accessories. So we have here his shield, which looks nice. It's like the steel around the outside, the sort of wood. It's not looking super woody or anything, but you know, it does its point. You just got the one sort of handle under there, which means that it's not going to hang over his back at all, which is something I actually wanted to try and do. Find a way so it can hang it over his back. But that's fine. It's all right. It gives me something to work on. I enjoy, you know, tweaking my action figures sometimes. If it means it sort of improves the look while they're on display. It does come with his sword and sheath here. It doesn't seem to be anywhere to attach the sheath to the figure, but in terms of detail, it looks pretty nice. And then the blade in there. It looks pretty good. I'll leave that in there for the moment. And we do come with his dagger. Also with a sheath, which is unsheathable. That's just a solid piece of plastic. Obviously the knife as well. Which, you know, it's a sort of a flimsy plastic, unlike the sword, which is a little bit, yeah, that's not a big deal. I'll probably put that away with the accessories. Like, you know, I don't display all the pieces and stuff with the figures as they stand. I don't sort of display them with everything. So yeah, that's probably a couple of items that will go in the box. It does have his Horn of Gondor here, which is nice. That looks good. You know, it's still got a little bit of flex in that sort of softer end, but it's still a nice sturdy piece, which is good. Sort of, you know, the gold silver trim there on the ornate parts of the horn there. Looks good. So I think I'll definitely be displaying him with the horn sort of around the shoulder or whatever. We'll see. And then he does come with a pair of gloved hands as well, which is cool. I like that. So I just sort of repainted from the standard hands, but that's all good. It's not a big deal. So on to the figure himself. As I said, he looks a lot better in person than some of the images I've seen. I'm grateful for the fact they actually included his elvish cloak here. Yeah, that sort of was a bit of a bummer that was missing on like Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn, even Frodo. So I'm glad they included that with Boromir, but would have preferred to see that come out with the other figures. But I guess when they're not doing a sort of builder figure like they did with some of the early figures with Sauron, I guess you can fit a little bit more in the budget for other accessories. So, but that's nice. It's got the little leaf of lore in there on the clasp. And yeah, it just sort of sits on there nicely. It sits nicer than I thought it might. Sometimes the plastic capes they look a little bit clunky, but that looks pretty good actually. I was almost debating not displaying him with it, but I think I will. In terms of facial likeness, I think it's pretty good. Sean Bean has very sort of strong features. And considering Diamond Select do, I believe they're sort of hand painted to a degree. Whereas, we're sort of used to, or me myself, I'm used to, Hasbro and the way they're doing their sort of digital painting now for a super accurate look. Photorealistic. There's McFarlane, very similar to Diamond Select in this sense with the paint applications. Sort of digitally painted where it needs to be, such as on the sleeve of his shirt there. Got the print of the Tree of Gondor there on his bracer. Same on that side. But his outfit's looking pretty good. Yeah, nice detail, nice sculpt throughout. There's sort of dirt on the lower part of his shirt there as it comes down. It's sort of dirt around the boots, as they're tracking through the wild. Even nice weathering on the trousers there, sort of giving that bit of shadow in the creases there. It's nice. Okay, so it looks like we had to hang his horn on the back. Possibly. I mean, you could probably hang it from the string, but it doesn't look right. I wonder whether the shield will sort of sit in there somehow. No. I'll have a little bit of a play around and see what's going on with that little hook there on the back. I can't work out what's meant to go there, if anything at all. Because there's nowhere for his sword. I don't know. I'm going to I'll check out some more reviews and see what other people have done there. His hair sculpted nicely. It's sort of the darker brown with some sort of blonde over the top. In some directions it doesn't really look like Sean Bean, others it does. Like a little bit extra shading on the face might have just brought in those cheeks a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. It's just slightly off, but it goes with the rest of the figures. They're not $100 hot toy figures, so they're still good. I still like these figures a lot. So I do want to see how he'll hold the sword. The hands are, very, very tight. So that looks pretty good. Pretty decent articulation by the looks of things. Sort of ball socket in the neck. Hinge in the shoulders there. hinge in the elbows, hinges in the wrists, joint there up in the torso. Here's the sort of ball peg, ball socket up in the upper thighs. Ball hinge in the knee, hinge in the ankles, and the sort of rocker joint on the side there. I like the belt, that's sort of a, or the loose part of the belt here is a separate part. That's kind of nice. Just adds a little bit of a extra depth to it. So I'm excited about this one. He looks good. So I'm pretty happy with that one, guys. I'm excited to try and find a way to get that shield to sort of hang over his back, like the way he wears it in the film. You can get a photo of it sort of rested up against the tree when they discover that he's gone looking for Frodo. Yeah, looking forward to sort of sitting down, hanging out, and play around with these for a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Take a look at just something a little bit different on my channel. But yeah, I'll have a video for alerts coming up next. So stay tuned for that one. And we'll see you on the next one.